to share one of the data tools of trade when I'm building lead to revenue and revenue to lead funnels. You end up having a collection of measure values to stitch one pane where I'm looking at a combination of one or multiple dimensions across all of these metrics at one time. So if you have and use this measure values, one of the challenges that you have is capturing a measure so that you can drill down. I've solved that with an extension, and we're going to explore how we use that today. The only requirement is that you have one parameter, and that parameter exists as a string. This is what's going to hold the selected metric. So that's it. We're going from this to a dashboard where I've already added the table. I'm going to bring in an extension. I'm going to grab this extension from my desktop. Metric Picker will give you some basic debugging information. We need to configure it so it knows what to do. So if we had multiple worksheets on the screen, you would pick out the correct one. We need to select the parameter we want to use. And you'll notice that it just generated a Tableau expression. I'll get back to that in a minute, but we're going to copy this to my clipboard because that's going to be very useful in a moment. I'm going to turn off the debugging, and I'm going to enable a drop-down so I have a visual control to take the place of a parameter control so I know what I've clicked on and I have something interactive. So now I've got everything wired up, but what I wanted to do is provide another component so that when I click on a measurement I can view the trend. To do that, I'll create a new calculated field. I'll call this one selected metrics. I'm going to paste the formula that Measure Picker created. I'm going to click OK, and then I can bring that in my report along with my time dimension. Now, it's empty right now because I have not picked a metric. So if I go to my dashboard and I add my chart, now if I click anywhere in this table, it's capturing the selected metric. And while it's not visible, we could very easily, because it exists as a parameter, have a dynamic title. And we can similarly use the drop-down to select and drive my selection. Now, if we wanted to get fancier, we could add actions so that when I click on an individual data point, it can automatically highlight what I've selected. And there's a number of other really interesting contextual interactive visualization capabilities that you can do with this. But my intent was really just to demonstrate how we can go from a tabular view of measurements to a dynamic view that's driven through Measure Picker. So feel free to drop into the URL on the video, download a copy, and have a go at it yourself.